story, Awaken Yourself, the journey to your true life. Every morning, he woke up, turned off the alarm, and hit snooze. Not because he didn't want to get up, not because he was lazy or careless, but because inside there was emptiness. A silence so loud it drowned out every sound, every call to action. He lived by a schedule that wasn't his. Wake up at 7, go to work, check emails, follow instructions, do this, do that, be better, be more successful, be like everyone else. But deep inside, he felt lost, like he was floating through life without a map or a destination. Each day blurred into the next, like a copy of a copy, fading with every repetition. One day, that silence inside grew louder. A whisper, soft and shy at first, grew into a scream that shook his core. You're not living your life. You're just existing. He stopped. For the first time in years, he stopped moving forward like a machine. He took off the mask he wore, the one that smiled when he felt broken, pretended to be okay when he wasn't. He looked into the mirror, not to admire or criticize, but to truly see himself. There, staring back, was not the ideal image he'd built over the years, not the perfect facade crafted for the world's approval, but a person with fears, with doubts, with dreams long buried under layers of should and must. And in that moment, he realized something profound. He was stronger than he thought, more capable than he allowed himself to believe. Change wasn't a sudden event. It wasn't a magic pill or a stroke of luck. It was a choice. Every day, every hour, every minute. He decided to awaken. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now here, in this moment. But awakening meant stepping into the unknown. It meant leaving the comfort of routine and certainty. It meant facing fears he had ignored for years. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of losing what little control he had. The journey wasn't easy. The world, his mind, and even his own heart fought him every step of the way. Voices whispered, "You can't change." Doubts screamed, "You're not enough." Old habits pulled him back like chains. But every time he stumbled, he chose to stand again. Every time fear tried to paralyze him, he took one small step forward. He learned to listen, really listen, to his desires, to his inner voice, not the noise of the crowd. He began to understand what truly mattered to him, beyond money, status, or approval. Transformation isn't about giant leaps. It's about small choices that add up over time. Choosing to say no to toxic habits. Choosing to surround yourself with people who lift you up. Choosing to spend time on what makes your soul sing. He started journaling, reflecting, meditating. He explored passions he had forgotten. He allowed himself to dream again. And slowly, his life began to shift. Not overnight, but gradually. The fog cleared. The silence inside turned into a quiet, confident hum. He realized that being true to himself didn't mean being perfect. It meant embracing his flaws and vulnerabilities. It meant showing up authentically, even if that scared him. He found freedom not in meeting expectations, but in breaking free from them. He stopped comparing himself to others and started comparing himself to who he was yesterday. Each day became an opportunity, not to prove something to the world, but to honor himself. As he changed, Everything around him began to change too. His relationships grew deeper and more genuine. Opportunities came that aligned with his new path. He inspired others without even trying, simply by living his truth. He learned that awakening isn't a destination, but a lifelong journey. A journey filled with growth, setbacks, victories, and constant rediscovery. Now it's your turn. Right here, right now. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. Ask yourself, what mask am I wearing? What part of myself have I been hiding? What small step can I take today to start living my truth? Remember, the hardest step is the first one. But once you take it, the path begins to reveal itself. Are you ready to awaken? To stop existing and start living? To face the storms and discover your strength? The journey begins with one choice. The choice to be fully, unapologetically you.